PlayStation is currently attempting something that can only be described as the greatest Minecrafting attempt in world history. And it's a little bit too early to describe what Minecrafting is, wink wink. Also, like the video right now, takes less than a second, and I want to see something if it actually happens, so please like the video. But in any case, the PlayStation situation is bad. I have never talked about PlayStation as much as I have done in the past month, and honestly, I hate it. Everything the PlayStation currently is doing is as bad as it gets. PlayStation has already rug pulled people's libraries, deleted things that they paid for, and said, well, sucks to suck, I guess. It's a digital license. Then they decided to do that not only to games, but now recently movies. The PlayStation ad, so you can get 8 terabytes of memory, is literally $3,000. PlayStation is beyond expensive at this point. And that, it doesn't even end there, because PlayStation is doing everything, including pushing up game prices, everything it can to pretty much just lose the support of almost everyone. And the key phrase here is obviously almost. Because this situation has also revealed how absolutely stupid some people are. And there's no other way of saying this, there's no other way of putting this. Because this PlayStation announcement has 81 million views. And they are literally saying, we're getting rid of physical discs. Now, are they getting rid of physical discs for the future of their platform because it's better for consumers? Hell no. Are they getting rid of physical copies so they can finally reduce the price? No, of course not. What were you thinking? That's never happening. When was the last time you saw something's price go down, huh? Probably never, exactly. Same. Look at us. We're like two peas in a pod. We have never experienced anything good in our lives revolving around pricing. Ain't that special? Ain't that special? In any case, there are people currently who are obviously pissed about the fact that PlayStation is doing this. And some people are speaking out. We have literally Charlie, aka Moist Critical, the king of normies, saying that this is pretty bad.
The movies are getting pulled because of a licensing issue with Studio Canal, but it's Sony's platform, and now all the customers that wasted their clams on it have nothing to show for it. It's just a void. It's blank now. You will own nothing and be happy, and Sony shamelessly makes this announcement in light of that, while also announcing that they're shutting down the PSN store for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita, meaning hundreds, if not thousands, of digital games that existed on those platforms are now gone forever and not preserved because there wasn't physical copies of them. They were just digital titles there. So they are genuinely right in your face, hitting fucking Fortnite emotes on that ass, laughing and goatsing in front of you, showing like, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. Look, we just took down this store, revoking your access to these games that you paid for. They're gone, Buster, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, PlayStation is truly on a generational run. Anyway, Charlie finally got off the fence. Can you imagine it? Legendary day, everyone. By the way, Charlie, my real friend of the channel, he tells me about his shenanigans every day. We talk often. It's great. It's great. He's a great guy. I love him, obviously. We have even Rajesh from Some Ordinary 100% Canadians speaking out about PlayStation's dirty and evil practices. Now, obviously, though, considering it's Rajesh and he has a history of literally being a meme when it comes to these things, because he is unironically the guy who's going to say, digital games should be physical and then buy all the digital games. He has done so multiple times. Again, everyone knows what kind of absolute meme-worthy existence he is. But at least Rajit's on the right side of history for once, okay? And people do forget this a little bit, but the reason why this is happening is honestly most likely because of GTA 6. Because this also is most likely the situation. Gamers pre-ordered 35 million copies of a $100 all-digital only version of GTA 6. Sony, we will stop making physical media now. Gamers, how did this happen? The opinions of normies are to never be taken seriously. You are either a chud or you're evil. That is as simple as it gets, boys. I don't know how else to honestly say it. But yes, unironically, this situation most likely has been impacted by GTA 6. That's why I'm saying GTA 6 has done a lot of damage. And it's only just the beginning. But there's going to be a bright side, and we're going to talk about it later, okay? In a different video. But you need to remember, some people are ridiculously stupid. This is why you have this meme. I'm honestly seeing a lot of support for socialism on Twitter currently, and it's the funniest stuff I have ever seen, okay? In any case, we do have a lot of people literally being, leave my multi-billion-dollar company alone. And this is not ironic. This is not bots. This is actually somehow real people who we will refer to as NPCs, because that's what they are, defending these practices. Like, look at this. Look at this poorly written essay. Now, it's funny. It's always funny. And this got 600k views. Now, it's the most diabolic, stupid stuff ever. But I love how you can always tell just by looking at the profile of the person. I mean, look at this. Influencer. Whoa, man, that means his opinion matters. Whoa. Esports content. Whoa, wow, what a badass we got here. Founder of some kind of garbage. AI. That's how you know we're dealing with an intellectual here. Streams, lifestyle, sports. Sports ball, remember that one? Defi, whatever that is. Crypto. Oh man, he forgot to include Web3 here. And for partnerships, DM him because he's broke. He's broke. He's poor. All like every other person who has this kind of shit take. But anyway, let's look into this a little bit because man, the insanity is it's just special, okay? Here's why Sony is making the right call overall. Physical media is all tech, just like CDs and DVDs, it's always going to disappear. When CDs and DVDs disappeared, we didn't have this concept of, oh, we're gonna own nothing and be happy. So this is already a complete misunderstanding of what is actually happening. We're not exactly being mad because physical media is on its way out. We're unhappy because, mostly, because that means we can't actually own anything because we're just renting everything. That is the true thing. Because physical media was kind of the last step until we own nothing and be happy. But except we're never happy at this point. However, if Sony wants everyone to go fully digital, they need to let us actually transfer or sell games between accounts. This guy actually is dumb enough, by the way, to believe that getting rid of physical copies, physical media, is gonna make these companies allow you to resell their shit online for less. Like, the absolute the levels of stupidity in this post are truly transcendent, honestly. Physical discs are done in 2028, and that's fine, but right now, digital ownership still feels incomplete. Oh, really? Oh, really? But not for the right reasons. Game sharing would be so much better. But this guy, unironically, this is the whole post, by the way. This guy's like, oh yeah, physical's gonna get removed, and then we're gonna be able to just sell things digitally. Yes, surely. Surely. I mean, obviously. Companies are just gonna allow you to allow themselves to lose all this profit. I'm sure they will. In any case, it's a uniquely stupid opinion. But wait! There's more. Friend of the channel, Asmongold, great guy, I love him a lot. He calls me every day. He talks about pink sparkles and how one day he's gonna get her back, but how also kissing men is a little bit better because they're hotter. It is a lot, but I am his best friend, and I'm a nice person, so I listen to him and pretend that I care. In any case, Asmongold, friend of the channel, great guy. And he also has something to say. Now, needless to say, this is not a good opinion, but we're kind of used to it by this point.
I think that they realize that nobody's buying physical media anymore, and it's not worth distributing, producing, and shipping out all of these copies because people just aren't buying them. If you want to ask and you want to wonder why this is happening, it's your fault, it's my fault, it's our fault. If I'm wrong, then why are GameStops full of Funko Pops? Is somebody saying it's Israel's fault? There's a chance that
I'm not gonna say anything, okay?
Israel could be involved in this. There's definitely a high probability, probably between like 80 and 90% chance this is because of Israel. I think that we need to go back to having collector's editions and cool boxes like Warcraft 2. And if you want to have that, I think that you need to be selling these at like a... You need to sell them at a... And I know the...
In any case, you heard it here first, boys. Physical media, bad, obviously. Yeah, the situation is not exactly going good. The only bright side is the fact that Sony, exactly like Steam, is currently getting sued by virtually everyone. And, you know, considering it's Sony, I'm not even mad. The United Kingdom is suing them. The United States is already settling for $8 million, which is peanuts, but at least they're losing money. And the Netherlands, which is not even a real place, somehow managed to sue them for unlawful pricing strategies. Yeah, again, the Netherlands is not real, it's made up. Yeah, the situation is not exactly great. Games preservation leader agrees that piracy is the only preservation option for a diskless future. I agree. If I buy something and I don't own it, then, well, torrenting something is definitely not me stealing. It is what it is. It's very simple, okay? If I give you money for something, but I don't magically own it, well, then, you never owned it also. You know, this is a thing that Ubisoft was forced to learn, and this is something that the games industry is gonna have to learn again. If Steam shuts down tomorrow, tomorrow I would simply torrent all my favorite games back to my PC for free. What would you do? Same. Absolutely. I have no idea what's the connection here, but it is something. It is something. And at the end of the day, remember, boys, when I said don't worry about the fact that the Steam machine is 1.5K? Don't worry about it, because I said, whatever Sony, whatever Xbox do, their future is 2 times more expensive minimum than the Steam machine. And as we know, as we can see, yes, absolutely yes. Valve once again is gonna win because, I mean, they actually did something this time, but you get the point. Oh yeah. Valve is gonna win because Sony is on a generational run. I mean, seriously, Sony probably has lost $2 billion on gaming, minimum. The acquisition of Bungie was almost $1 billion in potential lost evaluation and potential real money, which is not real money, but you get the point. It's an evaluation, so it matters. And all of their games for the past 5 years have been ridiculously woke. And their next upcoming lineup of games is the same type of garbage. So yeah, Sony truly is on a generational run of how can we Minecraft ourselves faster. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like the video. It takes less than a second. If you liked it at the start, thank you. I want to see what happens if people actually do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you. Bye.